First of all, leaders bring the weather. Your energy is the weather at your company.
The definition of a CEO is the Chief Energy Officer. And for me, if I'm bringing a very bad energy or a low energy, people would be getting those vibes.
Simply don't care. Walk in and just say, hey, I'm here for the 2 o'clock appointment. How's your day going? Good. Where are you guys from? And just start having a casual conversation.
You don't need to be like the most enthusiastic, most energetic salesperson, because when you are able to relate to people, speak to them as how you would speak to a friend or a relative and anyone, people feel heard.
Get louder about what you do in your career.
I completely don't agree with this one at all. This might be one way, but if this is going to be your only way to grow the business, it's going to be a recipe for disaster. I'm Darshan Chavan, and over the past 11 years, I have helped hundreds of business owners like you get more free time, increase profits, and also unlock exponential growth using remote teams. I have also built my own team of over 170 staff in around 4 countries. In this podcast, I'll share with you the mindset, the strategies, and the leadership tools that will help you build a remote team that scales without any chaos. Ready to grow your business faster with less stress? Let's go. Hey guys, we'll be looking at some viral videos that are being shared on internet, and I'll be just sharing my opinions, my thoughts, and my insights on them. Let's get started.
You want to make a ridiculous amount of money in sales, you have to become a literal fucking psychopath. You have to literally brainwash yourself and not be human anymore. And if anybody tells you otherwise, they say, no, you have to be nice. No, you can be super soft and submissive. They don't make any money and they're leading you in the wrong direction. This is coming from somebody who has made lots of fucking money in sales. Number 1 is you have to be a psycho in your work ethic. This means you have to go balls to the walls, knock every single door, call every single person, have your availability be as open as possible.
Oh, wow. This is a full-on video. There are certain aspects to it which I agree, and there are certain aspects I don't. The one which I really relate to and agree is that you just got to be absolutely unbelievably energetic and going towards it, because I can see that in our group of companies as well. Either the top 1 or the top 2 salespeople, they usually are on the spectrum. They have a chip on the shoulder. They need to prove something. But at the same time, I think so. The one area which I don't completely agree with it is not being nice, because you can always be nice to people and you can still be a high performer. You don't need to be mean. You don't need to be a prick. You can still be good. But at the same time, one area where I can completely relate to this is you need to be a misfit. You need to be the round peg in the square hole. And that's how it's going to work, especially if you want to be in the top 1%. Completely agree with it. You got to be that misfit.
What is a common business practice that you think is completely overrated?
Meetings. I think meetings are the death of all companies. I think when people are like, we need to have a team meeting, I'm like, you need to go fuck yourself.
I knew it.
Either you know what you're fucking doing or you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, you do. You hate meetings.
There's no reason for it. Everybody should, like, everyone we employ should know what they're fucking doing.
Yeah, I completely relate to this as well. I'm that one person who really not a big fan of meetings. The reason being, I can see that sometimes people schedule meetings for the sake of scheduling it and just to meet their own significance and their own egos. So for me personally, when someone schedules a meeting, I'm pretty serious about knowing the agenda, the outcome, and also the accountability of it. If these 3 things aren't clear about it, I really would not want to jump on a meeting. And more importantly, I know that if it's going to be a 20 minutes or a 30 minutes meeting, at exactly at 21st minute or the 31st minute, I am out of that meeting, because I know that it just sucks the creative energy out of me or even our team. So yeah, I really love this one.
First of all, leaders bring the weather. Your energy is the weather at your company. If you're frustrated and stressed out, guess what the weather is in your company. Your job as a leader is to make sure that people understand the outcomes that define success and the outcomes that they're supposed to achieve every week.
This is such an important video, and I keep telling most of the people I interact with, including my team, that sometimes as a CEO, all right, the definition of a CEO is the Chief Energy Officer. And for me, if I'm bringing a very bad energy or a low energy, people would be getting those vibes. And especially sometimes as a leader or as an alpha of any business or any organization, people thrive and feed on your energy. So if you are not bringing a good positive energy, it just does not going to work. And more importantly, because of the factor of emotional contagion, it is very contagious. So if you bring a negative downpour of an energy, that's what people will be getting. That's what will be rubbing off on. So yeah, it's such a great reminder to make sure we keep our energy, our enthusiasm all time high.
The number one way to build a great culture is to spend one-on-one time with your employees. And here's a key part of this sentence. Make them feel safe to tell you the truth of what's going well and what's not, and for you to figure out what makes them tick. Here's how. Everybody here, me included, who's obsessed with what I'm about to say, everyone here wastes multiple hours every day on dumb shit. If you at your level analyze
so much relate to what Gary says, especially about building a high performance team, especially during the initial stages of the business as well. This has been one of our non-negotiable rhythm or routine is the one-on-ones, because the power of one-on-ones is just unbelievable, because this is where you get to know the real pulse of the department, pulse of the company, and also individually what that person is going through. And I can see that most of the time when myself or any other business owners is in the firefighting mode, that's because the one-on-one has not been effective. When the one-on-one has been effective, we get to really understand how the company is growing, and more importantly, people feel connected to you. This has been the biggest game changer for us as well.
Just quickly, guys, if you have found us struggling to scale your business without burning out or hiring the wrong people, we can help. Book in a call with me using the link in the show notes, and let's help you build a lean and a high-performing remote team that frees up your time and also increases your profits. Now, back to the episode.
Simply don't care. Walk in and just say, hey, I'm here for the 2 o'clock appointment. How's your day going? Good. Where are you guys from? And just start having a casual conversation. And instead of going, well, I'm with this company and we do this and we do this, and one thing I think would be really, instead just change it to, yeah, so I know you guys were looking into technology, specifically CRMs. I mean, I saw that you guys have grown into this channel as far as the tech industry. What made you guys want to look into something different? It's a big change, and honestly, it's a lot to switch CRMs. What made you want to even do it? And just sit back and listen. And when you're subtle and you're indirect and you come across as an expert that just knows what they're talking about.
Yeah, totally relate to this one as well. And this is something that we keep discussing with our team as well, to have more of a nonchalant attitude. You don't need to be like the most enthusiastic, most energetic salesperson, because when you are able to relate to people, speak to them as how you would speak to a friend or a relative and anyone, people feel heard. I think that's the most important thing. And another thing that I can understand what he discusses in the video is about listening. This is so important. That's the reason why they always say that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. The reason being, we just got to listen more, because that is the thing that builds most trust and most credibility.
Anybody in the company at any level can spend $50 to solve a problem, no questions asked. Managers, 500. Directors, 5,000. C-level, 50,000. Anybody in any of my companies can spend that without permission. I trust them. And then that way, I'm pushing decisions down to the people that have all the information to make the right decision. This is where the bigger the team gets, the bigger the goals are, you slow down, because now there needs to be consensus. Tech companies.
Yeah, this is a really important aspect of, I think so, with getting freedom, as Dan has written his own book, right? Buy back your time. And this is a freedom that we give in our company as well to our managers. Every single month, they get a particular budget that they can use to, like, hit their numbers. We use it usually called as PIFs. And it's their freedom, their flexibility, what they want to spend on, so that they can increase the results that they get. And I can see that this just reduces the decision making for the CEO or as a business owner. This is a pretty good strategy, so that people don't keep coming back to you. And also, the most important thing is people know that they have the autonomy. Because when people know that they have autonomy, it builds a lot of trust and credibility, and also follow through.
I've sat in rooms and watched someone get a £20,000 contract purely because someone in the room asked, does anyone know a videographer, video editor that could do this project thing that we have? And someone said, oh, I know someone. And then that person that they recommended got the job without no one checking that person's portfolio, but just trusting the person that was in that room's recommendation. I have witnessed that consistently happen throughout my career. And all it's told me is tell everybody in your network what the fuck you do. The fact that your best friend can't tell anyone what you actually do for a living is a problem. Because you could actually potentially be working, or your friend could potentially hook you up with opportunities, but you're missing it because they don't know what you do. Get louder about what you do in your career.
I completely don't agree with this one at all. The reason being, I think so the person is talking about word of mouth marketing. This might be one way, but if this is going to be your only way to grow the business is through word of mouth, organic, SEO, referral, it's going to be a recipe for disaster, because I've never heard a high 8-figure, multiple 7-figure business say that our only marketing is going to be word of mouth. I just believe that that's a lazy way of saying I don't want to learn marketing, hone my marketing chops, really go through the discomfort of running ads, losing money, and learning new skills. So for me, somehow I believe the best way to grow a business is to invest in media buying, get better at your marketing skills, and you'll be able to scale your business to the next level. Thanks for watching these reactions to the reels. I hope you really like them, and you may agree, you may not disagree with a few of the opinions. I would really love what you were able to resonate with. What is it that you might need more information? And if you need me to react to more of those reels, let me know, drop some reels below as well, and I'll be happy to comment over there.
If you got any value from today's episode, make sure to subscribe so you never miss the mindset, the strategies, and the leadership insights you need to scale with remote teams and grow a smarter business. If you want more support, check out the link in the show notes for our free remote team playbook that will help you hire, train, and lead a world-class remote team. And don't forget to follow us on socials at Darshan Chavan. And remember, scale smarter, not harder.